Up next, we have Molly in Boise, Idaho. Hey, Molly, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. How can we help?
So we are California transplants for one of those.
Oh, yes. We know you, Molly. Yeah. We know you all too well. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. So we're building a house here in Idaho. We signed our contract about a year ago. We got locked into our interest rate at 3.875 when it goes from construction to mortgage. However, our lock is going to expire 1 month before the house is done.
Oh, no.
Like pain.
Oh.
And we're now being quoted a rate at 7.5%,
Oh, gosh.
which is, again, more pain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It definitely knocks out that 25% household income level for our
Okay.
mortgage. So we've been looking into other options. This option makes me cringe a bit, being a Ramsey girl, but we were suggested to look into a 5-year interest-only ARM just to see what happens within the next few years and decide if interest rates go down, then refi to a traditional mortgage or sell the house then.
Okay, Molly,
at this point,
tell me this. How much?
sell the house.
Yeah, how much do you guys bring home a month?
Roughly $10,000.
Okay. And what is your mortgage payment currently on the construction loan?
With the 3.75.
Currently, we're just. It would have been $2,900 a month.
Oh, it would have, yes. And then what will it be now?
About 43.
Oof.
Yeah. And more bonus, we are expecting our first baby in 3 weeks.
Oh,
so I have wonderful pregnancy brain on top of it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you and your husband do for a living?
I work for a company that sells microshares and racehorses.
Okay.
It's very exciting. And my husband works in fly fishing.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Because I'm just trying to see at all of this movement of the 10 grand a month that you guys bring home, if there's going to be any, if you see any upwardness in that dollar amount when it comes to your careers and saying, okay, here in the next maybe 2-3 years, do you see a significant change in that income at all?
There's potential for it. The company that I work for purchased my old company, so I got quite a good stock option in that. So there's money there, and then there's also, I have upward mobility that I can move and make more money. But I don't see it being so significant to where that percentage would become 25.
No, I know.
Have you had conversations with or I guess what have your conversations with the builder looked like? Just in terms of timeline and kind of what their reasoning is for the timeline being a bit longer. What's kind of their feedback on all this?
COVID. To sum it all up, all their excuses are supply chains, COVID, it slowed us down. They were supposed to have it done in 6 months. It's now going to be done in over a year. So it's just one of those things.
Whenever have you talked to them about this timeline and when it expires, about if there's any chance they could get it done a month earlier? What's kind of their thoughts on that? Is it just a hard no?
It's a hard no, unfortunately. To get it to where it is, where it's only a month longer, was them moving it up as much as they possibly could.
I'm also wondering, is there any chance that they could offer an incentive? Because obviously they don't want to lose you at this point. You're already under contract for this house. They want to sell this house. Other people are feeling the pain of interest rates changing. Is there any sort of incentive of buying down the rate or something they could offer you to kind of help this out? If they could buy it down from 7.5 to 5%, is that a possibility that you've explored at this point?
I have not explored it. I'll definitely ask them about it. I have a feeling it's not going to fly. The way that their contract is written is very much covering their butt, no matter what happens. So,
but unfortunately, they're not going to be covered if they lose you as a buyer. That's going to be a loss for them as well. So I just wonder, from a negotiation perspective, if you can kind of just sit down with them. It's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking because you're emotionally invested. I can hear it in your voice. It's scary to think about losing your house, but I don't know whether, it's better for you to have the conversation or your husband, but go in with a little bit of hardball of like, hey, these delays, we are not responsible for these delays. Like, we could potentially end up losing this house and have to walk away. That'll be a loss for both of us. So what can we do now? What can you offer us? How can you help us make this situation work out?
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry you're in the situation though. That's hard, especially with a baby coming. Being moms, that last month is so vulnerable, and you just want to nest and be comfortable. So my heart goes out to you.
I mean, one very positive thing is we have an insane amount of equity in this house. Like, since we've been building it to now, like, just to give you some numbers, we're in for $675, and a house down the street that's 600 square feet less than ours, 2 bedrooms less, just sold for 1.1.
Oh, wow.
So we are looking really good in that area.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if you did have to turn around and sell it, that was going to be my question. So you're going to almost doubled, which is amazing. And I know you probably don't want to go through the whole process of building again or something, but that does give you the options to actually let this home or your future home be a blessing. Because Molly, I don't want you to get an ARM for a mortgage, the adjustable rate mortgage. It's just, that is a gamble. I would not recommend that. I mean, and then and then you moving in with a new baby, you guys making 10 grand and almost half of it going right back out into this mortgage payment. This house, what was supposed to be a blessing and a wonderful thing and a gift and an exciting dream, is going to end up being a nightmare, and it's going to be stressful. You're going to be frustrated that you don't have more margin in your budget to do stuff. I mean, it's going to pull so much where you don't have the margin that you could if the numbers look different. And so at that point, where a house is not worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that specific house in a scenario like that. So I'm trying to think of other options for you, whether it's what Christina said and 7.5, that feels like a high interest rate too. I mean, I know rates are going up, but even if it was closer to that 5, and I don't know if you can go shop that or look at different options when it comes to that. I mean, I would do as much research, turn over as many rocks as possible before you make that decision. But if it gets down to it and that this is still the final situation, then like you said, the silver lining is you're going to have some incredible equity to be able to go and do something else. Are you guys currently renting, or do you own the home that you're in right now?
We are renting a 1-bedroom Airbnb. So it's getting very cozy here with the baby.
Yeah. So sweet. That's great.
And 2 dogs.
That's great. I would probably, which is a heartbreak, but look to see, what else is on the market and what else you guys could do. Do you guys have any other consumer debt?
No, we are baby steps 3, 4, 5.
Awesome. 4,
5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, you're great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, and with that option of having that amazing equity, if the option ends up being that it's going to be best to sell the home and you've kind of worked yourself through the emotions of this may be a thing, we may have to end up getting the home, then selling it and taking out this equity, I think that could give you even more confidence in the negotiations. Like if you do go to the builder and you're like, hey, this is where we're at, like if you end up knowing you're going to keep the house and sell it anyways, like just giving you a little bit more confidence in that negotiation of saying like, hey, what can we work out? And even potentially shopping different lenders, talking to different lenders. You locked in with these people a while back, but maybe there's someone else who can offer a different rate. Maybe your lender can offer a
that's what I was thinking, Molly. I would go talk and get 3 different options on the table just to give you peace of mind that you're making the right decision. When it's a one-track thing and this is my only option, this is all we have, that never gives you options, and I just love options. So go search that out before anything. But I'm sorry, Molly, but congratulations on the new baby. It's gonna be wonderful. Newborn phase is hard, but it's great. So thanks for calling.